Good morning. I'm actually on the 4 other channels with Restream via this eCam, and I'm also on the Be Live again. I've got both running concurrently, and it's very interesting because I've actually got the counter going on the Be Live, and you can't see it. Whoops, hang on, I've just got to go over to the Be Live and drop some things there. Just hold on a sec. Just got to take off this. There we go. Hey, it is fun. It actually is fun to do the Be Live and the eCam at the same time. Not sure if it's allowed, but I don't care. So there's some that are going to see these comments and some that aren't. So good morning, Stevie from the UK. Lovely to see you here. And good morning to you, Tracy. Lovely to see you here too. And good morning to you, Shaz. Here now, I did take a little bit of time trying to drop the widget on the Be Live side of it because there's two different locations, being the eCam and the Be Live, and operating the two is interesting. I'm actually doing the camera work via that eCam, and because I wanted the other channels, which is the Twitch, the Periscope, and YouTube is Be Live. YouTube and Facebook is Be Live, and I've got two of the Facebook destinations in the eCam as well, or Restream. So, good morning, Karen. Oh, so lovely to see your face there. Beautiful. And hoping your Healy comes very soon. Yes. It does look awesome, doesn't it? Well, I'm hoping it's the eCam, not so much me, but anyway. Those who are watching via the other channels that I'm doing through Restream, you won't see the scroller that's there. So I do have, but you do have the hypnosisplus.com. So I'm going to take the scroller off. And those are the other avenues that will be where I can be booked, actually, for doing private readings and other services that I do have. So, but that's not the purpose that we're here for. What we're here for is actually doing the card readings. And yay, I've actually got my own stand now, Shaz. That's arrived so that I can show you the cards from using the webcam on my own stand here. So we'll be returning that to you, Shaz. Now, the deck that I'm using, this is the reminder to those who haven't seen what I use. It is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand by Ciro Marchetti. Beautiful artwork. I don't know what he looks like himself, but it's the expanded edition that I'm using. So you'll get those few extra cards. We have got one of them in here today. So just a refresh of what we have here in our card spread, and a reminder that this is a general card reading for everyone. It's not, don't do the individualized card pulls or readings in these morning sessions. So tap into your own intuition and your own psychic abilities. Be open to the messages that you're receiving directly from your guidance, that team that help you in the background. So, and apply that to what is your situation in life. Okay, what we've got here is the park in our workspace. We've got the ship in the home space. Time is up in the unexpected. We've had that one here before in this week. We've got the birds in the your role, and it's the young man sitting there in the outcome. So, and I just realised I haven't quite got that up at the level where it needs to be. My face, that's better. So the parks. Oh, good morning. So we've got someone is actually on the, I'm just trying to think, it's the private group. That's why your face, your little icon isn't able to be seen. In that private group, there is in the announcements, one of the announcements mentions give eCam permission to see your name. So you need to find that in the list of announcements and click that link, and then your name will be able to be seen here. So thanks, Sarah, for that. Yeah, I thought it might be you, but I wasn't quite sure because I think Stevie was in here the other day too. So just go into that announcements link Sarah, and it should say, not the Be Live one, you're wanting to actually click on the eCam, I think, or try both anyway. At least you've given permission. It only has to be once, and it should see you there. Okay. Now, I'm not sure. Good. So we've got, whoops, Karen here. Oh, no, I said Karen there, didn't I? Diane is here as well. I might as well go through some more of these hellos. G'day, Diane. And good morning, Kathy. Wonderful to see you here. So it is a bit of an interesting thing trying to manage different places. But here we are. We are doing the reading now. So what we're doing is the parts in the workspace. So that's in the energies around, getting into doing what work you do, whether it's as a business owner, operator, or whether it's as a employee, self-employed, whichever way that you are actually moving through your life. And good morning, Kat. Wonderful to see you here. And Dana, lovely to see you here. Apologies to those who are, in those pages that I'm doing the restream through, because you don't get to see these comments that I bring up through Be Live. That's the one thing, it doesn't marry the two systems together. So what's showing as comments here in Be Live won't be seen by those who are watching through those 5 other stations or places that I'm streaming to. So sorry, Twitch, Periscope, and the other Facebook pages. Here we go. Where was I? Here. We're in the park. I think that's sort of meaning out and into the public for you in your workspace today. So actually stating what you need to be, spruiking out there, get your communication happening, do your marketing, get it out into public. So all of that sort of stuff is tying in with the work energies. So that as well as grounding yourself and actually having that foundation of what you're doing through the day being grounded, that you're actually putting it out there as this is what I'm doing, publicly launch something new, that type of thing. Or even, you're actually broadcasting in a way. You're standing on your soapbox and spruiking your stuff in some effect. You're out in the public and you're really espousing the benefits, the wonderful results that are going to be happening from your work, from the things that you offer, if you're in business yourself and all that. I mean, you should know. Should's not a good word, but know what your marketing is going to be for as the end result, that type of thing, and what beautiful results people are going to get. And if you're working for someone else, work in integrity and authenticity for yourself, that you are doing the best that you can for your employer, and in whatever way that that's needed. And if you need to voice something that's not feeling quite right for you, voice it. And have things being grounded in that more natural way of being, which is your integrity, authority, authenticity, and centeredness, your being. So, and have that out. It's a beautiful energy around this card. I love the park card. My eye does go to that white peacock. So whatever it's meaning for you in the messages you're receiving, trust it, trust. We're moving over here now to the ship. The ship is, this is about travel and getting things moving. It's in the home space. I know there's some further restrictions that are happening here in South Australia, but other states are starting to experience that ability to freely move around and travel again, which is wonderful. So, but do it with the mind of being safe and considerate of others, and all that needs to be those twists and turns, whichever the way the wind is blowing, that you're doing it with considered decision making in what you're doing, so that you're taking advantage of all puffs of wind or whatever you need to. I'm using sailing context here because this is it's a sailing ship that we're looking at. But as you're traveling and moving around, do be mindful of how whatever you do, whatever your movements are, how it affects those around you. And that's in the real life context of being too close to someone because we've got these restrictions happening again, or letting go, loosening off again, and all that might involve. Take your right precautions and, the hygiene habits and all that we've been learning through this last year, the horrid year that it's been in many respects. It's also had its It's eye-opening factor as well of bringing forward that awareness that things can't stay as they were. They do need to change, and life forward is going to change, and including the ways that we travel and move around and have the interactions with other people around us, being the home card space. Just feel into that, what is most appropriate for you, and the actions you're needing to be taking. Okay. So, and we're up here in our unexpected is the time again. We've got the time card, and it's being mindful of the time. And sometimes, and in some ways, that time doesn't matter. All things are going to happen as they need to. Oh, good morning, Tony. How are you? Thank you for that love and the hearts. Love it. Thank you. So these time gauges, that's what a clock is. It's just measuring our time, but that's only for our own brains and minds that we need this. Really, time is it is a human construct, because time itself is not measured by the creatures of our world. They just live their lives as they do. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, and tomorrow's another day. It just progresses forward, and that's our mindfulness around time, is just, to be convenient for where we're going to be next and all of that, or what we're needing to plan for a part of the day that we're planning things. It's a convenience thing. But look at all these beautiful little clock faces and the different ways that we can measure our time. Don't let it worry you too much. Just allow the flow to continue on in your day, but being mindful of what time and space you are in. So I'm going to move down to the birds, just moving the camera a bit. That's it. As you can see, these birds. Oh, good morning, Marie. Just going to pop yours up. Good morning. Beautiful little avatar there. Love it. So as we're in the birds, your role, sorry, we have the birds. And this in the expanded deck is more about, this is the original card of the expanded deck. So it actually is more about that communication and not having it move into the gossip and, the things that are not meaningful. What I get from this card has always been that it's just like that nice chatty, get into some, just enjoying the time together when you're actually meeting up with somebody. You're still having it meaningful, and if it's a business meeting, it's a business meeting. If it's just a general get-together and a chat with friends, that's what it is. And it can be just that fly-in, fly-out type factor, almost like the FIFOs. There's so many workers who are in that realm, that way of living their work life, that it's like a FIFO. You seem to, and especially with more of working from home now, it's a changing paradigm in some respects, and all the situations around this and the communication can change at any minute as one flies in, one flies out, all of that. So just be mindful of who you're around, who you're with, what context that communication is happening, and have it, if it needs to be meaningful, and, have a backup of writing things down, even just to take notes, like a seminar or workshop situation. It's communication, it's learning, it's being together, and from each other learning, all that type of stuff. I do feel that, look, just be very wary about the a gossip factor or backstabbing and all of that sort of stuff that goes on behind. Don't believe everything that you hear. Have it in that right context of what's happening, of the other side of the story, that type of thing as well, because I am feeling that from this card. Those who know me know why I say that. Here we go, and moving that then into what the outcome is, which is that contemplating young man. It's using that energy in that left brain sense in a way. Oh, thank you, Tony. Yes, so for those on the other channels, it's the love the birds, staying in your truth is what Tony has mentioned there. So, and it's staying in our truth and contemplating with this young man, and the energy of the young male, that the masculine, that putting the practical mindset, the taking, it's more so, I think, about taking the absolute emotion out of things and actually contemplating, reflecting on what is that left brain sense of, the actual functional analysis and thinking and knowing, so that you're actually sitting a bit more in that strength of truth, as Tony says, staying in your truth, and sitting in that knowing the two sides of a story type of thing, knowing that what's happening is for the good of all rather than just an individual, all of that type of thing. So I'm feeling that masculine energy is around that today. So as our outcome, we might be, by the end of the day, contemplating in that regard, in that frame of mind, what really did happen today? What am I learning from this in my day today? So that is what I'm feeling with that. Whoopsie, what did I touch then? Whoopsie. This is the problem of having two things going at once, and I'm going back to that. So have that in mind as you're actually moving through your day, that all things are, and I've lost the picture of my screen. I've lost that picture. So what we've got, I was going to go back to a shared screen, but I'm just trying to think how to do it because Ecamm is a little different. If I go back to, it was number 4. Yeah. So just as that quick summary, moving into that, being grounded and having what you're doing in that space of confidence and trust in what you're actually offering to the public, being out in the public and putting it out there, moving in the direction of what you're guided to, even in the home front, being mindful of the time that you are taking, using, spending, where you are in your timeline, but also communicating. I do feel that communication in the public and what is private with your own group of close friends, it could be, or in whatever way it is, just so that we do learn at all points in time in our life. Every step of what we do is actually learning. So keep that in mind as you're moving through your day. Find which card is more your focus for the day and use that as a bit of a mantra if you want to have that focus, to gain a little more clarity and learning along that train of thought, that perspective, that the angle that you're living your day, I suppose. What are you wanting to do as your goals? If you have goals, some people don't. I go with the flow a lot. Anyway, thank you very much for being here for another of my morning readings for the Lenormand card spread. I love doing this. I'm enjoying doing the experimenting with the two different systems at the same time. I'll find out eventually, I suppose, if I'm allowed to. Facebook has funny rules. Who knows? We'll see. And I love to be on wherever you can find me. It's just searching for the Ros Boundy, as that is my name. So just do the search, Ros Boundy. You'll find me wherever you need to. So thank you very much for being here. I am going to complete and finish these. So be the best person that you can be. And namaste until tomorrow morning. And I will be editing the finish of this maybe. Bye for now.